alignment, the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs contributes towards the attainment of NP4 Objective 5.
Morning, Chair.
Term allocations. The community requests detailed explanations which you have given. We are also assessing fiscal sustainability and consistency with national resources.
We had already externalized the responses to the committee, but go straight to the rest.
Parliament.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you, Minister. The team from Defense, you're welcome.
Yes.
I also want to begin by declaring my conflict of interest, because the entity that is appearing before the committee today is where I belong. Nevertheless, I would like to
are you not the whip?
I am the whip of
and
the UPDF.
And when the person you sent here is not there, you sit in.
Most obliged, Chair. We are aware that you provide medical care to the communities around the barracks wherever we are deployed. Chair, I would like to propose that since the Ministry of Health is mandated to provide health care to all Ugandans, how will it be in position to support our health facilities in those areas so that the budget for the Ministry of Defense is not stretched, because it is cut out for the people in uniform and their families. But it being running on a pro-people ideology, they cannot turn away the communities that are around the places that we deploy. So how can the Ministry of Health, that is mandated to take care of the people, be able to support the health facilities under the UPDF in those areas so that their budget is not stretched? I thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, General.
5% of the clients we handle are non-rated to UPDF.
Interesting. 75%
yes.
of the clients.
And what complicates it is that although we get essential supplies, but on our budget through finance to NMS, these civilians who come, like any other patient, they are also entitled to other complications. So when we go beyond the essential supplies, you find that you cannot treat the patient halfway. We refer them. And that's why we are getting sometimes a lot of bills from private for-profit entities. On the structure, we are structured because we are guided by policy of Ministry of Health. They are the policy holders, so we follow their same classification. Health Center 2 at Battalion, Health Center 3 at Brigade, and Health Center 4 at Division. Then we have
national referral.
Then we have sector hospitals like Rubongi and Nakasongola. Then we have service hospitals, and then referral. However, we are upgrading division hospitals because they should be able to address all the disciplines, surgery, gynae, pediatrics, and the internal medicine. So they are upgrading to hospital level at the division. Started with Masindi, that was by SSCR by Sinohydro. That one was finished. Then 4D was done internally. We think the best would be to do all of them to that level to become hospitals. And then the battalion should be upgraded to Health Center 3. So that we start at Health Center 3. I think that's all what you
okay. Would you...
we are fully operational on outpatient services. And as they continue installing equipment, the laboratories will be ready maybe by March. We intend to open some inpatient services, starting with the maternal side. So we shall do it gradually. Because the lab, we have a big lab, I think the biggest lab with different sections. It determines the route on inpatient capability. Radio imaging services. The other question was on does it help? Definitely, because the services which we are adequate, which we finish and we find adequate, we stop outsourcing. For example, we have stopped outsourcing of physiotherapy and hemodialysis. For that matter, we stopped physiotherapy private entity on 1st November. 1st February, we are stopping Medipol Hospital. So gradually we are knocking out private entities. So we are saving. When I look at their data, a month they see over 200 patients. So those would be definitely going to Nakasero or somewhere else. So at least it's saving that. They can cost that, what it has saved. They have a good health economists. They can know how much we have saved.
That is interesting. That's interesting to note, Dr.
This line, but it didn't bear a deadline. It is supposed to be incremental.
Incremental. I think that's what I remember very well. That's what eventually.
I feel happy to be congratulated. You know, if you've ever gone through election, you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Some of the people here, they go through some election, but not the election we are talking about. And the UPDF Amendment Act, and that amendment has given the committee more work. I saw some of the issues raised which are related to as result of the amendments. And we are happy before you today, to be here before you, to answer and respond to all the responses, the questions raised, the issues raised. And to do this ably, I will want to ask the Permanent Secretary to help us go through this by, you know, the committee has already been, the responses, go to our responses and then highlight. Quite a good response there, but the specific response on when are we commissioning is a policy matter that we had options. Do we commission halfway when it is operating halfway, or we commission when it is fully? We were all excited about the fully fledged commissioning. But as Dr. Ambrose, Major General Ambrose has said, we are scaling them. And that answers many questions, even about the medical tourism. I want to implore this committee and give this committee notice that in the near future, our national military, UPDF National Referral Hospital will be one of the ATRs that we shall be gladly reporting about it here. It will not only stop the medical tourism outside Uganda, but will also attract revenue. So we still need your support to make sure that we make this state-of-the-art hospital, just like any other developed country where they have the best military hospital. So we seek your indulgence to give us all the support as we go gradually. We shall be there. So the date that was originally put, some of the equipment had not arrived, so we couldn't. So we want you to give us time. You will be invited, and we can't say soon, and we can't say later, but we want to invite you when we are really ready. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Minister.
Budget performance for 25-26 half
Yes.
year.
Yes.
The concern of the committee was there was no sufficient detail, so it was difficult for them to evaluate absorption, etc. And the required response was to submit a detailed half-year budget performance report, disaggregating it by sub-program, sub-program, output, department, and line item, and also provide the information in Excel format. We did this, but our response, we also have the detail in a table form. And in 2025-26, the approved budget was 5,268,056,544 shillings. We got a supplementary of 565 billion, and therefore the figure went to 5.6 trillion. As at half year, 3.1 trillion had been released, of which 2.8 trillion was spent, implying 90.33% absorption rate, that is of the half year. The unspent balance were due to verification process.
Asset value areas.
Yes.
That we...
Because we were guarding areas like these security installations. Yes. Okay. And of course the people that are guarding UPDF. And also areas like the dam then, and
Do you want to name all?
No. Okay. That's what the honorable member wanted to know. It is adding security installations. Thank you. Go on.
yes, for now, I think that's the point taken, Chairman. I don't know when NIRA is getting out. I think they still have time, because to construct a building and enter it will definitely take time. So while they are doing that, I think...
Of course, honorable boss of both, the business day. Our concern is that NIRA's constitutional mandate is hindered by numerous national functions. So they need to have a home where they are smooth working, they are working smoothly.
Honorable Chair, and I think it's...
Get a home to get, so we are chasing your client. Reason being, they out of 30 working days, they get disruptions, I think, 10 times. You can imagine, they get disrupted, they can't continue working smoothly. And they are handling a national responsibility, that constitutional mandate of issuing out national IDs. So we want them to get out of Kororo and get a new home. So what plans do you have to have another client? Or if you're going to have a client whose services are going to be constantly disrupted, those are policy questions you need to answer with regards to NTR.
The amendments, we also looked at the pension, and this was attached to salaries. Might it be the reason why you are dilly-dallying? And are you already implementing this? I wanted to get it from that pension angle. How far, after the amendments, how has it grown? Because it was supposed to be pegged on salary and to be effective.
Honorable
How,
Chair,
you could brief us
the salary
status.
is pegged to